Happy Sunday, folks. Today is July the 26th, and this is a podcast. Fat loss, what you need to know. So, I'm going to share my insight about this scenario. It's probably one of the most common questions that I'm asked is what is the easiest way to lose weight? And I take this actually as, lose fat, because honestly the number on the scale doesn't matter most of the time unless you're cutting weight for sport, competition, or doctors giving you a specific number of pounds that you need to lose. If you're just looking to lose a couple pounds, I'm assuming it's fat, because most people probably don't care about losing water in relation to carbohydrates, and most people probably don't want to lose muscle. So over my 15 plus years in the fitness industry, I've seen a large variety of diet approaches. Fads come and go. Some of the more notable ones, I remember the water, cayenne powder, honey cleanse. We have the Warrior Diet, Atkins Diet, low carb everything, multiple juice cleanses, the banana diet, the bacon diet, the carnivore diets. There's so many, like paleo, wheat belly. I'm not going to go on, but you could go on and on with that list. So why? Well, the first thing I would probably guess is money. The next would be the quick fix. So all these are marketed for weight loss. It's a multi-billion-dollar market. So if somebody can make money from that, they certainly will. And the quick fix aspect is extremely appealing to everybody. However, most of these diets aren't still around for a reason. They're all drastic elimination diets, and for people, they will see a reduction in the number on the scale relatively quickly as you're eliminating a whole macro out of your diet, or some instances, any solid food. You're going to see a massive swing on the scale, and that's going to give you the false sense that you're losing weight, but in fact, you probably are not. You could be, but it's definitely not the best way to do it. Most people will hit roadblocks after week one, and it leaves them looking for the next answer. So they'll jump from one diet to the next. Have you heard about the California diet, the juice cleanse, the beach body, all these things? When realistically, the reality situation is there's no magic pill. There's no secret formula or diet that will provide you all the answers to your dieting questions. If you're looking for fat loss or weight loss, you need to be in a calorie deficit. That's the be-all, end-all for the most part. A lot of people these days are talking about hormone imbalances and insulin and thyroid regulation and all that stuff. Yes, it does play a role, but you're making it way too complicated. If you're just looking to lose weight, you just need to be in a calorie deficit. And I've read a lot of literature in the last year, where they're saying, don't eat all these things that spike your insulin. Well, insulin, we're not eating raw sugar by itself most of the time. So when you're eating a food that may cause a glycemic response, like a carbohydrate, the different forms of carbohydrate, they're on that glycemic index that you've probably heard about. And when I was doing bodybuilding 10 years ago, people were all about this. You have to eat sweet potatoes because white potatoes cause too much of an insulin response. And at the end of the day, they don't. There's not a major difference. And we're often not eating these foods by themselves. So when you're accompanying carbohydrate with the other macronutrients, such as protein and fat, you're going to buffer that insulin response. So it's certainly going to be less of a spike in the system. So in more recent research and literature that I've been reading, I've been talking about longevity, and insulin can produce damage to your cells, basically damage to your mitochondria, damage to your DNA, and in one theory of why we age, that is one of the issues. So free radicals damaging the DNA caused by the inflammation that we take in, i.e., could be mostly our food, stuff like this. So, but I digress. We don't really need to focus on that too much. If you are just John Smith and you're looking to lose 20 pounds, you don't need to memorize the glycemic index and make sure that you're only eating, fresh brown rice. That's not going to be enjoyable. It's not going to be sustainable, and you're not going to see the results you're looking for. So, what I would recommend, short and sweet, download an app like MyFitnessPal. Start tracking your calories. It'll allow you to set your target weight. It'll allow you to set how much weight you want to lose a week. And you can start logging your calories. There's a massive database where you just type in your food or you scan your food. I'm going to recommend type in your food because if you're typing it in, your food doesn't have a barcode. If your food doesn't have a barcode, that means it's probably better for you. Most things in boxes have a terrible macronutrient ratio. So it's often like way too much sugar, way too much fat, way too low protein, not satiating. So that's the only reason I say there's no inherent food that's necessarily good or bad for you unless you have allergies for that food. So get MyFitnessPal or any other free calorie tracking app and just track your calories. It don't make it harder than it needs to be. As I said in the past, we're all looking for instant gratification in our society. However, with weight loss, fitness, or lifestyle change, it isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. If you make slow, gradual changes over time, with consistency, you'll see what you're looking for. And if you do have any questions about this, please reach out and let me know. I've been doing some consulting work for people about fitness, things like improving focus, improving sleep, performance in the gym, nutrition, weight loss. If you're interested in booking a call with me, shoot me a message or an email. I can definitely help you. And I've been doing this for a while. And as far as the things I've tried a lot of different nutritional approaches in the past over my span in the fitness industry. And I can definitely share some of my information so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. And I will tell you that I have done some of those elimination diets in the past, being younger, not knowing, such as I remember I did the Warrior diet. I lost a drastic amount of weight quite quickly, lots of muscle loss, and it wasn't a fun thing. I couldn't keep it up. Anyway, I made the mistakes so you don't have to. So get in touch with me if you do have any questions. All right, folks, take care.